So, on the topic of getting started doing what? Doing something that is making progression. Even if it's something you like doing, like playing the guitar or having sex. Those things are progressing things. You play the guitar, you write a song, you make something, you build something, right? Or you practice and you get better. You have sex, you make babies. Now, I think that there are, of course, actions of doing that do not do much, if anything. They instead regress, like having sex without making babies. What good does that do? That falls into the category of like video games or like smoking weed, and not really doing anything. It's like there are things that aren't doing. And those are the things that I think most often we get caught up in doing when we don't want to be doing anymore. But why don't we want to be doing, and why would we rather do these things that are undoing? It's like we've lost our sense of purpose on this earth. Because the thing about doing is there's a lot to do and there's a lot of different options of things to do. Why not, if you don't want to do this one thing that you've been doing all week long, like your job, why not do something that you want to do? Like play the guitar, like learn that. Maybe you like going to the gym, you're a masochist, maybe you like hanging out with friends. You might say that that's undoing, but what if you go on a hike? What if you talk about your feelings and your problems and get to know each other better or make new friends? That's all progression. That's all doing. Of course, there are things that you can do with your friends that are undoing, like maybe going to a party and just drinking, and getting fucked up. And you say some things you shouldn't have said. You did some things you shouldn't have done. You undid a lot of good things, I don't know. I think as long as we're focusing on doing, then we're good. But what we're talking about is starting. Okay. Like right now, I'm getting up out of bed. And it's the day before my day off. I've been working straight since Tuesday. It's Sunday now. Basically, I haven't had a moment to myself. If I have a moment, I've been using it for the most part to read the Bible and to go to the gym. I've been a bit on my phone doing some undoings, watching reels and whatnot. But yeah, I noticed today it's a bit harder to get up out of bed. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do so, especially, since I don't have to clock in until a little bit later. And tonight's going to suck. Tonight's going to be terrible because I don't get off at 9 like I normally do. I get off at midnight. And so I'm telling myself I want to get up. I want to play the guitar. Or I want to get up. I want to go to the gym. I want to get up. I want to read the Bible. These are good things. These are doings. I need to make coffee. Okay. Now, I would much rather do an undoing. Play video games. Watch reels. Jack off, I could do that right now, no problem. But doings, that's going to be a tougher task. I got to get up and make myself do it. Okay, so what's the process of getting started? Well, I believe it's fighting against the undoings. It's fighting against the not wanting to do and just doing. Getting up, doing what you say that you want to do, Why? Because you know that if you do it now, an object in motion stays in motion. You'll be able to continue doing. Once you start doing, you'll be able to continue doing. Right. So, making coffee. Now, I already feel a little pump. I already feel a little energy. Like the engine is turned over. It's like, okay, now I can do something else. What's the next thing? Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put on some clothes. Put on some pants. And then I got some time to kill. I might play the guitar. All right, so I think we've established what starting kind of looks like. It just looks like starting. It looks like getting started. How do you get started? You gotta spin up from the outside. Mind and the body, they don't want to get up. But the soul says, hey, buddy, we got shit to do today. It don't matter if you got basically a morning off. You got shit to do today. And you're going to feel great doing it once you get going. You know, you're just going to get going. And that's just the way that it is. And I know also that once I get going, it's like, I don't get bogged down. People say that they get bogged down. I think they're telling themselves that they're getting bogged down. I don't think it's an actual real thing. We get sleep to recover from the day. So, what we need another sleep? We need more rest? It doesn't make sense. The body wasn't meant for that. The body was meant to sleep so that, we could continue doing. Okay, so now let's talk about stopping. When we're forced to stop. I understand this as well, to some extent. Because I could be at the end of the day, in bed, my thoughts have just been going, rampant while I'm at work. And I get in bed and I have to go to sleep. I have to stop so that I can wake up in 8 hours and then start again. Go to the gym. So, with enough time to go back to work and whatnot. And I can't. I have all these thoughts. And oftentimes I have to distract myself. Think about something. So that I'm not thinking about everything. I noticed that recently, so that's why I can bring it up. It's like, I have all these thoughts. I've been sitting here for an hour thinking, and I haven't fallen asleep yet. Damn. Well, that's not working. What did I do when I was a kid? Oh, I imagine I was sleeping with a woman. So I took my pillow and I straddled it. I just imagined I was sleeping with a woman. And that worked. That's my trick. Use it if you want to. That helps me stop. Start thinking about a woman. Yeah. Then I definitely won't want to fucking work. Girl comes into the store. Hell, girl starts working with me. I go from being in the zone, working, to now thinking about this girl. I wonder if she likes me. Oh, her hair looks pretty. All this kind of stuff. I stop working. I mean, maybe I can multitask. I can work, but now my mind's on her, and so I'm screwing up my work a little bit, and I'm not ready for the next task, and arguably, I'm not completely all into the work that I'm doing. So that's interesting. What other things get us to stop? I don't know. I'm curious. But I think I am going to stop here so I can get going, getting started.